On a recent editorial page, Brent Larkin posed an interesting question. And I've heard it before, and I maybe even Brent mentioned it in another story. Was it worth the Cleveland Browns coming back? Now, from a dollar and cents point of view, of course not. From a dollar and cents point of view, it makes no sense or dollars, to put a stadium on the lake for about 10 dates a year, basically 8 regular season, 2 preseason games, maybe a couple concerts. You get far more bang for your buck out of a baseball field, 81 home dates, maybe a concert or 2. And certainly Quicken Loans Arena, last I heard they had something like 250 dates of stuff in there. Frankly, if you want to know what is used the most, it's an arena like Quicken Loans compared to football. So if you start right there, just with the stadiums itself, the arenas, or the ballpark, the football stadium is a big waste of money on that part. Secondly, the Browns have cost so much and delivered so little. Here's the problem. No matter how bad the Browns are, the fans still write about them. I get these 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 word emails. They go on and on telling me how they're giving up on the Browns and this is why, and it goes on and on. People in the modern ages, they send a text and tell somebody they're getting divorced. They don't just go on and on and on if they really want to separate. What was it, 3,000 people staggering around out there in 5 below wind chill about the Browns being 0-16? There's an irrational love in this community between the Browns and the fans. Now, I will say from a personal point of view, of the 3 teams, and this comes from the way basically growing up what it was, the Browns are number 3 on my list. The Indians are number 1, the Cavs are close number 2, and the Browns are certainly a distant 3rd after those 2. So it's not like I have all this history of tailgating and everything else with the Browns. My history is going to the ballpark with my dad, going to the old Cleveland Arena. Forget the Coliseum. The old Cleveland Arena, sitting for $2.50 underneath the basket to watch those bad Cavs teams coached by Bill Fitch. Those are mine. But I also am open enough and understand enough how important the Browns are to the people in this community, no matter how bad they are. And by the way, we have our own analytics in the Plain Dealer, where I could tell you right now how many people have read my stuff in the last 10 minutes, 2 hours, 12 hours, 24 hours, 1 week, 1 month, 6 months, on and on it goes. And I could also tell you where those stories rank against other stories. And here's the deal. My biggest ones this year have tended to be on the Cavs, a couple of enormous ones. I recently wrote a column about should the Cavs trade for DeAndre Jordan, and that blew out big numbers. And sometimes some things on LeBron do. But consistently, the team that gets the most in this town is the team that loses the most, by far, is the Browns. So I guess what I'm saying is this. It isn't just a few people writing emails. It isn't just some people who are, on Twitter. It isn't just 3,000 fans walking around in the cold. There's a whole lot of folks out there who still care about the Cleveland Browns no matter how bad they are. And it's just kind of like if you've ever been in a strange relationship, maybe the money isn't worth it, but I just can't break it off. And I think that's how most Browns fans are with their beloved team in the orange helmets.